Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the next episode of our Talking Sun and Moon. I told you I'd get it. I am joined by the one, the only, the super Dazmo. I kind of phoned it in on that one.
Yeah. It's alright. My picks, I can't really have a go for that.
So, we are going to get back in, now that we're 4 episodes in, I should probably say, if you don't know what's going on, basically, all that's happened in this series is Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. They were really great games, and we just want to talk about them, share our feelings, that sort of thing. So that's what we're doing. And again, 4 episodes in, if you have anything you guys want to share, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I would love to read that, because everybody has their own experiences, and it's awesome to hear that. So, we are gonna now, it's the big one, Team Skull.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on Team Skull?
Alright, I like them as characters, like they're very, obviously, they're comic relief, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a villain team, yeah. I don't like them that much. But I think, the Ether Foundation is the real villain team in the end.
Yeah.
I like them, I like Team Skull for what they are.
Well, like, the way I looked at it, like, the Ether Foundation, rather, again, this is just the way I looked at it, like, a part of the Ether Foundation was the bad guys, not, like, the whole thing as a whole, because, like, Wick, she was clearly a good one. It was just a small group of people, and, yeah, Team Skull was definitely not the main bad guys, but they were definitely made to be that. Well, what am I trying to say? They were meant to be there as a nuisance throughout the game, and they definitely did that. I thought they were like the way I looked at it, I thought they were kind of making Team Skull be more of kind of like a comic evil team rather than like an evil team to be reckoned with, that sort of thing. Because that really all they were just a bunch of punks just messing around. I mean, obviously. Having
said that, I did really like, I can't remember the name of the town, but the town that they...
Yes!
Like, they took over the Pokemon Center, they charged for it.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
Yeah, I had the name of it, then I just lost it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I really liked Guzma. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
As a comical villain, yeah. He wasn't a Giovanni or an Archie or anything like that. But yeah, he had a good character.
So surprisingly, Team Skull actually have the most in common with Team Rocket, in that all they want to do is steal Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna comment on that, but I'm gonna wait till a bit later, because I wanted to say the real bad guy in here was Luzamine. It's how do you say her name?
I say Lucamine, but that's...
Oh,
yeah, yours sounds better.
She was the bad guy, and when you really think about it, she was such a terrible person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really bad.
Not even just in terms of, like, Pokemon people, in terms of, like, people in general.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah. So, I mean, she came in, she had her plan to... Well, okay, really... All her plan really was I want the Ultra Beast, and
sure.
I mean, hey, that works. But yeah, and again, talking like when we're talking about like the Luzamine versus her kids, Lily and Gladion, how terrible of a person Luzamine is compared to how good people Gladion and Lily are is pretty cool.
They must get it from their dad.
Yeah, of course. Did you know? Trivia! Did you know their dad is the guy at Pokepelago?
No way.
Look, I'm not 100% on this, but apparently there's like at some point in the game it was mentioned that he's their dad.
Well, that fits.
He does look like them.
I can barely picture him right now.
He's got like the long blonde hair, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, and he's definitely like loving and caring, but yeah, okay. Alright. I'll look into that once.
Yeah. And, you know, possibly prove me wrong. I found it on the internet, so it must be right.
Yeah, exactly. Everything on the internet is true.
Yeah. So, what I wanted to talk about like Team Skull, Team Rocket. My favorite villain team is Team Rocket. And it's not because I'm like a Gen 1er about like, oh, you know, the first gen was the best. It's because, oh crap. It's because in the Pokemon games, they can get pretty crazy. Like where you save the entire world. That kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that sort of thing.
Yeah. When it's more grounded, it just...
Yeah, like with Team Rocket, like you said, their whole thing was just want to steal Pokemon, you know, or crime organization, let's get money. And again, it's not like a kid taking down a crime organization is more plausible. It is more plausible based than saving the world. But yeah, it's the lesser of two evils, and I really like that. So yeah, Team Rocket is my absolute favorite team. I love Giovanni so much. Team Aqua and Team Magma I liked because they had like, you know, a different team for that certain game and how they sort of worked against each other. And Team Plasma and Team Galactic they were fine. And Team Flare, not that big of a fan. How about you?
Yeah, Flare, yeah, probably the same. If I was to list, Flare would probably be on the very bottom. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of anything to do with Team Flare.
Yeah, they were kind of boring. And I mean,
in the way that, you know, genocide is boring.
Okay, their characters were kind of boring.
I know what you mean.
So, and like Team, I can't remember who was the bad guys in Gen 5. Was that Team Plasma?
Yes.
Yeah, Team Plasma. Like I know what their ultimate goal was. I just thought it was stupid. They're like, hey, you shouldn't use Pokemon for battling. Now battle me. I was like, really?
Yeah, it was a bit contradictory. Well then, I guess the twist. Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess the twist was that Ghetsis didn't really believe in that stuff. In the end, he was just kind of brainwashing everyone else to believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, still, I don't know how you could be brainwashed into believing that Pokemon shouldn't battle and then battle Pokemon in order to force that point.
Yeah. So yeah, I liked the fact that they had in Sun and Moon they brought it back down from being such a big cataclysmic thing to being down to just taking out some bad guys. And like I for whatever reason, like, you know, leading up to the game, they released Pokemon Generations on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a very prominent character in those episodes was Giovanni. He showed up quite a lot. And my brain went, that means he's gonna be in Sun and Moon. And so the whole game I was like, when's he gonna show up? When's he gonna show up? And then he never showed up, and I was like, you know what? I should have seen that coming. It was clearly just for those episodes.
Yeah, I did think that at least he'd be in the battle tree, but as far as I know, he's not.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I have a story about the battle tree. Oh. So not tech. Well, anyways. So when I was on my way to the battle tree. In my game, I had like maybe, you know, just 2 of the Pokemon that I beat the game with, and then the rest were like new Pokemon that I was training up. So I went through the vast Pony Canyon and did all that, And like, because I only really had 2 good Pokemon, the rest, like, by the time I got to the end, my team was just beat to hell. Like, it was not good.
Okay.
And so I got to the battle tree, and then immediately you see red and blue, which I was so excited for.
Yeah.
Because, like, when they were announced to be in the game, I was like, I can't wait for this. But I didn't expect them. Yeah, I didn't expect them to be there as soon as you walked in. So, here's what happened. I walked into the battle tree, I saw them there, I got to talk to them. I was so super excited. My team was pretty much dead. And then Blue was suddenly like, why don't you fight one of us? To which I was like, no, please no.
No, thank you.
So you get to choose between red and blue, and I was like, come on, of course I'm gonna pick red. So I picked red, and we went in and we did that fight, and he demolished me. So I had to go through it all again, got back to the battle tree, and then I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, I know what red's got now. Yeah, I was basically like, I know what red's Pokemon are. For the most part, I didn't get through his whole party, but I don't know what blue's Pokemon are, so I'll fight him. So I fought him. That was really cool. I ended up just barely beating him, but I did beat him, and everything turned out okay, and I was super happy for it. And then I got to the battle tree, and I was like, this isn't fair.
I thought I was doing good.
Yeah, the battle tree, it's a whole other thing, but yeah, it was good that it included in there. But yeah, that was my story about meeting red and blue and them kicking my ass.
I think I knew it was coming because I've seen other people play it, so I went back and healed before I did it. I saved out right before I battled, then I reset, and then just battled the other one afterwards.
And yeah, if I had known it was coming, I totally would have saved before and just reset, but I had no idea. I think the last time I saved was like way too long ago, because when I lost, I totally thought, well, I just reset, and then I tried to remember the last time I saved, and I was like, maybe not.
Right, yeah.
Oh man, that leech life did so much.
Crit. Crit.
We get okay. Do you have? This isn't really a Sun and Moon question. It's more of a general Pokemon question. Do you have any? Do you have any shiny Pokemon encounters?
In general?
Yeah, just in any of the games.
My first one that I wasn't a child for, at least, and I can actually remember, was an X and Y, but it was the Gyarados, and it's like one of the worst shinies to get because it's like one of the only static shinies.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was a bit underwhelming. I haven't got any shinies in. Well, I have like shinies that I've transferred over from Bank, but I haven't encountered any shinies in Sun and Moon as of yet.
Okay. For me, the first shiny Pokemon I ever saw, other than the red Gyarados in Gen 2, was in Gen 5. So I went a long time without ever seeing a shiny, and it was a shiny Heatmore. I'm not a fan of Heatmore.
No, it's an interesting Pokemon to have a shiny.
Yeah, but like I saw him and I was like, look, I don't like Heatmore, but he's shiny, so I'm gonna catch him. I haven't transferred him up. He's still in my Gen 5 game. But since then, I was doing a bunch of breeding in Gen 6 for natures and IVs and all that. And while doing that, I came across a shiny Zubat, a shiny Hawlucha, a shiny Cottony.
Oh my gosh.
And one other shiny one that I can't remember. And then, in Sun and Moon, I shouldn't say that. I came across a shiny Ditto while trying to get a good IV Ditto.
Wow.
And then I little inside baseball for you guys. The team that I currently use, like when I play online, 2 of the Pokemon are an Arcanine and a Alolan Muck. And I bred until I got a shiny Grimer and a shiny Growlithe, which took forever. And I recently just got a shiny Cubone to get a shiny Alolan Marowak, because shiny Alolan Marowak looks awesome. Yes. The next one that I want to get is a shiny, I was about to say Piloswine. No, a shiny Sandygast, because that looks so cool, because it's like all black. It's so cool. I want to get one of those, but I haven't gotten the courage to do it yet, because that takes so long to do.
Yeah, shiny hunting's so time consuming. That's why I've never got around to it fully.
Well, yeah, I had never shiny hunted before, but like I completed the Pokedex. I got the shiny charm. Over one to trade, I got a Japanese Ditto, and I was like, sweet, I'll just do this breeding, it'll go super fast. Yeah, not so much.
No.
So yeah, that's like, and before I had like no, I didn't want to shine. I didn't want shinies. Like, yeah, if I came across them, that was cool, but I never like bred specifically for shinies. And the only reason I did it in Sun and Moon is because I got the shiny charm, I got the Ditto from different regions, so I was like, this will be cool. Yeah. So yeah, the amount of time it takes is, has made me a bit wary of it, but I still want to do it because I want those shiny Pokemon. So who knows? Maybe
this is tempting when you've got them there.
Yeah, exactly. What? Okay. Were you one of those few people who missed HMs?
No. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
The very welcome part of the game.
That PokePager. Oh, it was so good. Because one of the... Sorry?
Oh. I thought for a brief moment that I'd cut out. I was like, no! So I was familiar with HMs at that point.
Yeah. Well, the thing I hated was I just always, when I was playing the games, I always liked to have a full party of 6. But I didn't like to teach them those crappy moves like cut and flash and that sort of thing. So I would always have a team of 5 with one HM slave, and I was just like, this feels wrong.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah.
I pretty much the same opinion.
But now we don't have to do that anymore. Whoa!
Hey, the shiny Noivern.
Nice. But now you don't have to do it anymore, and hopefully in future games they keep that same thing, because I don't want an HM for defog. That's stupid.
Oh no. No. Yeah, I hope even like in the remakes they are able to get rid of that.
The inevitable Gen 4 remakes.
Yeah.
Which everybody seems to, it seems like people just want to be reassured it's going to happen, but come on, it's going to happen. They're not going to remake the first 3 gens and then stop. If they do, that's just bad business on their part.
It's kind of one of those things like build it and they will come kind of thing.
Okay, I want to ask you one final question. This is our last episode, and I want this to be the final question. Funnily enough, it is not going to be Pokemon related. I know, it's probably a bad choice, but what are, other than Pokemon, like what are some of your favorite games / consoles or whatever? What do you like?
I've always been a sucker for Nintendo. Yeah. Franchises like I feel bad saying it, but it's like all like the Nintendo franchise are probably like my favorites, honestly. Like Zelda, I always been a fan of Zelda. Mario, of course, it's my childhood. It's not going anywhere. Other than Nintendo, I really love Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Borderlands and everything Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same. Yeah, like all the Zelda, the Mario. I think when the N64 came out, having like Super Smash Brothers, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, those are some of my favorite games. I absolutely love those. And then I went up to the PlayStation. I've gotten like PlayStation 2 all the way up to PlayStation 4. And some of my like the games that I love for that console is like the Kingdom Hearts games. I freaking love those games so much. I just go ahead.
I'm shaming myself, but I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
Well, I'm not gonna fault you for that because, like, just here's what I want you to do. If if you want to stay away from playing Kingdom Hearts, go read one of the plot synopsis, and that'll keep you away. Okay. I love those games, but holy crap, are they complicated? I'm not even going to deny that.
Now, I think Kingdom Hearts would be a series that I enjoy very muchly. Seeing as how you let me get away with that shame, I'll dig a bit deeper. I've never completed Ocarina of Time.
Okay, this is a true story that happened to me like 2 days ago. So I was at work, and I would just like kind of mentioned Ocarina of Time, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, I've never played Ocarina of Time." I was like, "Oh, sure." And I turned to one of the other guys, and I was like, "You played it, right?" And he was like, "No." And I was just like, no, this isn't happening. So I like went around. I was like, nobody that I worked with has played Ocarina of Time.
Oh. One thing to not have finished it, but not have played it at all.
It made me sad. Also, because a couple of them were younger than me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just didn't want to play it because it was on an old console." And I was like, "You watch your mouth." But yeah, Ocarina of Time. Oh, love it so much. Did you play it on the N64 or on the 3DS?
I originally played it on the 64, and I never finished it when I was younger. And then I picked it up again for 3DS, and I still haven't finished it. And it was the water temple both times. I was stuck on. Oh. Made it easier, the 3DS.
They made it slightly easier.
Okay. But yeah, I'm still stuck in it. It's one of those things, I put it down, and then I picked it back up, and I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
What the objective is.
Yeah, that water temple, it's something crazy. Also, I will recommend, when I'm going to give you homework to finish Ocarina of Time.
Fair enough.
And when you do finish it, pick up Majora's Mask, because that game is really good too.
That would definitely be it. I think I'm going to play that for YouTube eventually.
Sweet. Yeah, I will say that was one I didn't play like back in the day on N64, but when they did the 3DS remake, I played it then, and I was like, how did I miss this? It's so good.
I have heard good things. Yeah. I'm not usually a fan of anything that's timed, and I know that whole game is timed.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
To a certain extent.
Okay, alright, well, this is why I gotta give it a go. I don't even know much.
And yeah, the one game that my favorite PS4 game or favorite PlayStation game is probably The Witcher 3. I just fell in love with that game. It's so good.
I have heard great things about Witcher, but again, it's another thing I've never played any of them. I have them, I just haven't played them. And
right now, just the other day, Horizon Zero Dawn came out, so I've been playing that lately, and that game is so good too. You never knew how satisfying it is to kill a Dinobot with a bow and arrow until you truly experience it.
That's a fair statement. I would never have known. Thought about it.
Yeah, I enjoy that game so much, and I've just recently I got into PC gaming, and I'm freaking all over Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah. I haven't picked it up yet, but on purpose, because I worry that I might get addicted to it.
Yeah, so that's my struggle right now, because it's like I want to keep playing Sun and Moon, I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, I want to play Overwatch, I want to get the Switch and play Breath of the Wild. It's so
much time.
Yeah, it's so bad. But Dazmo, do you have anything you would like to say to the people before we go? No pressure.
Not at all. Just thanks for watching the series. I've enjoyed it. Nice little chill series.
Mm-hmm.
Some showdowns going on. I'm terrible at showdown, but I'm glad that's not the focus.
Oh no, we're totally looking at our rankings afterwards. That's happening. Well, Dazmo, I want to thank you so much for doing this. Through all the time, through all the technical difficulties we made it through, thank you for persevering with me. This episode turned out to be very long, but that's okay.
And uninterrupted.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. So it's that's why we made it long, because we had to see how long we could push our luck. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you guys have any stories or anything like that you want to add, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I'd love to hear about them. Anything is like favorite Pokemon, favorite Ultra Beasts, funny stories, happy stories, sad stories, favorite characters, you know, why Gladion is your favorite character, that sort of thing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.